Give me just 10 minutes and I'll walk you from zero to your first Amazon sale. Then I'll flip on automation, so the busy work pretty much runs itself. If you want that first sale in 60 days energy without having the burnout, this is the exact and current playbook that I'd hand to a friend starting an Amazon business. So with that, let's just go ahead and get started. There are really two main ways to fulfill all of your Amazon orders. You have, for one, FBA, which stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. This means that you send your inventory to Amazon's warehouse, and they're going to handle everything for you, from the handling to the storing, picking, packing, shipping, customer service, and even all of your returns. It's great for scaling, and it gives you that Prime shipping badge, which adds a bunch of trust to your just overall reputation. Then there's FBM, which is Fulfilled by Merchant. You're the one that's handling the storage and the shipping yourself, or you're using a third-party logistics company. There's also something called Seller Fulfilled Prime, which a lot of people actually don't know about, where you can qualify for Prime if you can match Amazon's fast shipping standards all on your own. Now, once you know your selling model, you need a Seller Central account. Now from this, you're going to go to sell.amazon.com and you're going to fill out all of the information that they require. Now you are going to have two different plans on here. You're going to have the individual plan, which costs nothing upfront, but Amazon does charge you $1 per sale. It's perfect if you're testing out the waters or if you just want to see how everything works. Now the second is going to be the professional selling plan, which starts at $39.99 a month. And it comes with advanced tools like bulk uploads, ads, reports, and APIs. Here's a general rule of thumb on which to choose. Honestly, to start, stick with the individual plan until you're consistently selling around 40 units per month. And at that point, the professional plan becomes cheaper and it also unlocks new features that you're going to need to scale. So when you sign up, have a valid credit card because you are going to need to input it to either get charged the $1 per sale or to get charged the $40 plan. Besides that, you are going to need to have available your bank account, your phone number, and your tax info ready. And you're also going to have to turn on two-step verification. Sometimes Amazon is going to ask for a live video verification, which is completely normal, so don't freak out about that. Now, if you're serious about building a brand, you can also take it a step further with the Amazon Brand Registry. Now, even with a pending trademark, meaning you haven't been approved just yet, you can also unlock benefits like A+ content, better brand protection, and access to advanced analytics. It's not required, but it's a major advantage if you really want to stand out. Now, onto product listings. Most categories, they are going to require a barcode. It's usually going to be a UPC, an EAN, or an ISBN. If you don't have one, you can apply for what's called a GTIN exemption. Amazon will tell you exactly what images and details they need from you in order to qualify from this. Now, before you do rush off and buy a bunch of inventory, you need to pause for a compliance check. Amazon has strict restricted products and a few different lists that some categories are going to need pre-approval for. Things like hazmat or supplements or even some toys. So don't buy stock until you know that you're cleared to sell it. Now, speaking about selling, this is where another important part starts to play in a little bit more, which is your fees and your profit math. And to be completely honest with you, this is where most beginners underestimate it. So you really need to make sure that you pay attention. Now, your profit is going to equal your selling price minus your referral fees, fulfillment and shipping costs, storage, and other FBA fees, your cost of goods as well, and any overhead. Referral fees are a percentage. It's usually about 8 to 15%, depending on the category that you're selling. And FBA fulfillment fees depend on the size and the weight of the item. Something good to keep in mind is that storage fees are monthly, and they do increase during Q4 because that's the biggest selling time of the year. And there's also new fees like the low inventory level surcharge and inbound placement service fees, which depend on how Amazon splits up your shipments. Now, some categories even have return processing fees if the returns start to get too high. So make sure you watch out on that and always offer quality products. The best tool here is going to be Amazon's FBA revenue calculator. You plug in a competitor's ASIN, you enter your price, and it spits out an estimate of all of the fees. For example, if a product sells for, $24.99, you'll probably pay around $3.75 in referral fees, a couple bucks in fulfillment, and a bit of storage. And if your cost of goods is around $8 to $10, you can quickly see if it's worth it or not. If the margins are too thin, just improve your sourcing, look for a few new suppliers. You can also adjust your price or move on to another product. Some products are going to be winners, some products are not. By the way, let's go ahead and take a quick break. If you're enjoying this video so far and taking anything away from it, or simply just want to learn more about selling on Amazon, e-commerce, or just overall dropshipping, Please be sure to subscribe and make sure you leave a like. It definitely helps me out, and it also hugely helps the channel. If you dropped a comment with the hashtag Amazon 2026 plus your takeaway from this video, you're going to get access to everything that I'm talking about in today's video in the form of an easy to reference cheat sheet. So if you want access to that, make sure you go ahead and drop that comment, and let's just get back to it. It's time to create your first listing. In Seller Central, just go to add a product, pick the exact category that you want, write a clean title and bullet points, and upload, of course, quality images. Now for these images, make sure you always include one with a white background, which is going to be your hero shot, plus some lifestyle or in-use photos, and set a competitive price to start. Now, quick tip on your images. If you want to clear up your image, if you want to make it cleaner, if you want to make it stand out, just go to ChatGPT, upload your product image, and simply tell it what you want. Tell it to remove the background or change the background to something that's a bit more relevant to what you're trying to sell. So that way you have unique one-of-a-kind images. Now, if you're using FBA, you'll also print your FN SKU labels. You prep and pack your items to Amazon specs and create your inbound shipment. Now, here's a big one, the buy box, or what Amazon now calls the featured offer. Almost all sales on a shared listing come through one box, the big add to cart button. If you and 10 other sellers are offering the same exact product, only one of you is going to get featured. And you want to make sure that that's you. You want to make sure that you win that buy box. This is key to scaling your business. First, your landed price matters. That's item plus shipping. Second is going to be your delivery speed and Prime eligibility. FBA almost always has the edge here. But if you're FBM, you need fast and reliable shipping promises. Third, your seller metrics. Amazon tracks your order defect rate, the late shipments rate, and the tracking rate. If you slip up here, your buy box chances can start to slip a little bit. Fourth, always have inventory in stock. Run out and you're kicked out of the rotation. Finally, price parity. If Amazon finds your product selling much cheaper elsewhere, they'll make your offer pretty much ineligible. To stay competitive, aim to be within the featured offer price band and use Amazon's automate pricing tool with a safe minimum to maximum price range. That way you're always adjusting without necessarily racing to the bottom. Protect your metrics at all costs. Customer complaints, late shipments, and A to Z claims can take you out of the game completely. And remember that generally you need a professional plan and new condition product as well to even qualify. So once your listing is live, it's time to launch your product. Run sponsored products ads for your main keywords. Add a small coupon to boost your click-through rate, and turn on automate pricing so that way you stay competitive without constantly watching your prices. Check your sessions, your conversion rates, and your returns weekly to see what's working and what's not. Keep an eye on your account health too, because obviously this is something that's very important. Amazon gives you color-coded account health ratings, pretty much just out of 1,000, that shows how close you are to trouble. So always keep an eye on that. Check it weekly and deal with any policy violations the moment that you get them. Now let's talk about automation and scaling using AutoDS. Amazon works differently than with eBay or with Shopify. It's pretty much a catalog system. That means that we don't create brand new listings through AutoDS. Every product has to match an existing ASIN. So AutoDS lets you list by ASIN either one by one or in bulk. And then it takes over monitoring and the overall order flow. Here's what this is going to look like. First, your product discovery and matching. You find the right supplier and product and then match it to the correct ASIN on Amazon. You don't have a match? You don't list it. Second, price and stock monitoring. AutoDS keeps an eye on your supplier's price and the availability of the products. And then it adjusts your offer so you don't wake up with either negative margins or oversold items. Third, orders and tracking. AutoDS can automatically place orders with supported suppliers, and it'll handle the tracking numbers too. Fourth, your token health. Keep your store token fresh and resynced if data stops flowing to your AutoDS system. This is something that's very easy to do and also something that you rarely need to do. And last, of course, compliance. So let's do a quick recap. Pick FBA or FBM and stay within Amazon's dropshipping policy. Remember, you can start with the individual plan for $1 per sale and upgrade to the professional once you hit 40 sales per month. Also something that's optional, but of course very powerful. File a trademark and enroll in the brand registry. Get barcodes or apply for GTIN exemption. Run every product through the FBA calculator to check your margins and aim to win the buy box with price, speed, metrics, and your stock. And finally, connect AutoDS, list by ASIN, monitor stock and prices, enable auto orders, and keep your account token healthy. And one last note on that plan upgrade. If you're under 40 sales per month, just stick with the individual. Remember that it saves you money and unlocks features like automate pricing, bulk uploads, and buy box competition, which is pretty crucial. So here's the bottom line with AutoDS. Connect your Amazon store, set your supplier preferences, import by ASIN, set your pricing safeguards, enable auto ordering, and keep your token fresh. Simple, safe, and compliant. If you want a true in-depth step-by-step tutorial on dropshipping with Amazon using AutoDS, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we've got a full course for the 2026 year coming along that's going to include the latest strategies, tips, and tools within the next few weeks. So be sure to stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you can go ahead and check out this video right here for the 2025 version to get started today. And if this video saved you any time, make sure you drop a comment with the hashtag Amazon2026 to gain access to the cheat sheet. So remember, build the system once and let the system work for you. With that, my name is Mario with AutoDS, and I'll catch y'all next time.